Many have doubted Valerian's heiress. They were wrong. For 78 years, her rule lasted over the Terran Dominion, and it was under her wise guidance the nation truly reached its golden age. She took her father's realm and brought it, kicking and screaming, into a new era of prosperity. But it was not a rule without peril, for she was the one to finally come face to face with the Dominion's old, long-forgotten foe. While many worried about Reihaneh's succession first and foremost, that issue was rather short-lived. Quanele Mengsk, Reihaneh's cousin, was quickly elevated into that position of power, and Reihaneh vowed to make no other offspring as to ensure a stable succession to her reign. Thus, having secured her grip on the throne and silencing the rumors, she set her sights onwards to rule the Dominion as her father once taught her. It was then when the excavations on Tarsonis Prime finally bore fruit. A quick communication ushered the newly anointed Empress to arrive swiftly, to which she discreetly obliged. In the depths of the crashed space station, Dominion scientists discovered a dormant, ancient alien AI nexus. While initially it was feared beyond restoration, Terran engineers pulled together a miracle and managed to restore all its systems to an operable state, and the artificial intelligence, the so-called Oracle, came online. Reihaneh remembered hearing about it from her father just before his death. She wasn't going to fail this first test of her resolve. The communications line opened, revealing the AI in its holographic form, as it spoke of predicting the future with honeyed words, promising guidance and prosperity. But the Empress was not gullible to listen to Xeno lies. The AI was to be confined deep within the Korhal Palace, serving as a mere tool of bureaucracy. It would serve the Dominion and all of mankind, or die if death was even a concept it could comprehend. Merely a few years later, another crisis unfolded itself. Frantic reports of a ship sighting arrived from the vicinity of Dorelion's system, which housed a wormhole yet unexplored. The Dominion has already familiarized itself with wormhole travel, pioneered by Emperor Valerian Mengsk, and has established an enclave colony, reclaiming the lost worlds of Vardona and Mista IV, and establishing a sector of the same name. The Mezar-themed wormhole was well known to the Dominion, and as such the Dorelion wormhole would become the next goal, if not for the new reports. Reihaneh ordered the exploration plans postponed and prioritized investigating the reports of these mysterious vessels. The public was shocked when the ships were identified as those of Terran origin, the United Earth Directorate design. Finally, the Dominion's old enemy re-emerged. However, first contact with these ships revealed the Directorate was no more. Its rule has collapsed soon after the failed expedition into Koprulu sector. In the aftermath of chaos and anarchy, the military has stepped in, bringing in the peace and stability in exchange for a near tribalistic form of government. Now called Terran Fire Tribes, the successor state initially seemed cordial. However, everything changed soon after Earth colonists established defensive starbases in Dorelion and Lyril, rightfully belonging to the Dominion. Meanwhile, galactic political scene began shifting. Envoys from multiple empires, Dominion included, concurred that a representative organization, a galactic community, was necessary to ensure future prosperity as a whole. However, while publicly proclaiming to be in favor of peace, stability, and cooperation, entities such as the treacherous Kiramulan states and clan autocracy could not simply follow their own promises. In 2276, they conspired to attack the Athalid guilds in a war of two fronts, and the Dominion obliged to the terms of its defensive pact, coming to the Athalids' aid. Initial stages of the war looked promising for the defenders. Weak Kiramulan fleets proved no match for the Dominion defensive strongholds. First Battle of Siriuta of 2277, Battle of Almak of 2279, and the Athalid offensive in the Corward region of the Kiramulan space proved to be decisive factors, and the war soon ended. However, the clan autocracy was not stopped in its offensive on the other side, claiming in the peace deal a number of key Athalid systems and worlds. This would prove a fatal error in the future, but for now, the Dominion-Athalid Pact held strong. Ever since the founding of Galactic Community, Terran Dominion remained its strongest voice. As the most powerful empire, second only to dormant fallen empires of millennia old, Terrans dictated the flow of galactic politics, leaving many Xenos dismayed, questioning the creation of the organization itself. To silence these voices and ensure the effective governance of the Senate, a council of 3 most powerful members was formed, the Dominion ensuring its spot by sheer diplomatic weight of its naval power. With the Fire Tribes in one of the other seats, Terrans, as a species, claimed majority of the power in the council, and as such the Senate as a whole. The Xeno races, powerless as they were, could do nothing to prevent this anymore. Meanwhile, one of the secrets of Yakuri system has finally been revealed. The atomic clock has ticked down, releasing a stream of nanites into space. Soon, these nanites have coalesced into a powerful military vessel, the Nanite Interdictor. The ship proved to be essential in multiple key battles, one of which came soon after. In a show of force, Empress Reihaneh resolved to reclaim Umoja. Combined power of the Dominion fleet, reinforced by the new powerful ship, has proven enough to take the Leviathan down, although Terrans suffered heavy losses. News of this victory reached far, and the system colonization was immediately sanctioned, but not before a massive cargo vessel, escorted by the Navy, transported something to Korhal Palace. News of the victory, however, also brought with them news of the Dominion casualties. Deciding that this is their opportunity to cripple the Terrans both on diplomatic stage and in war, Kiramulans and Klen launched a new offensive into Athalid space, sparking the Third War in 2302. They were not the only ones to make use of the Dominion's immediate weakness, as the Terran Fire Tribes, the UED's successor state, saw an opportunity of their own to finally bring the lost colony back into the fold. Invasion fleets arrived through Dorelian wormhole, causing devastation to the undefended underbelly of the Dominion, taking the fleet by surprise. Many later criticized Reihaneh for being insufficiently prepared, lacking defenses in such a crucial choke point, and allowing the Fire Tribes to wreak havoc. However, multiple battles, as well as assistance of Xeno mercenaries, left the Fire Tribes overextended and battered. The Azanti Star regime, an alien empire, used the state of their neighbor to turn back on the Fire Tribes, claiming multiple star systems and pushing the Earthlings back. Humiliated, Fire Tribes sued for peace with the Dominion quickly, which Empress Reihaneh wisely accepted, allowing both star realms to focus on repelling their respective Xeno threats. The Third War, in the meantime, has not been going well for the Dominion-Athalid Pact. A few incursions into Dominion space have scared Reihaneh into a defensive stance. To protect the Tiblik enclave, the nanite interdictor has diverted through the Nezarthim wormhole, and the remaining fleets had to focus on retaking lost systems. Siuruta's Starhold, 0G, has fallen to an overwhelming Kirimulan force as well, shocking the Dominion fleet. Reforms were necessary. Bigger, better ships, with stronger, more powerful weaponry. However, while the Dominion fleet established a new age navy of a truly massive size, Athalid guilds were squished, utterly dominated by the attackers. Realizing the Terran Dominion has no intentions of sending an expeditionary force to save them, the guilds surrendered, giving up massive stellar territories. The final nail in the coffin for the Athalids was the Dominion declaration of officially severing all treaties with the Xenos. The defensive pact was no more. This, however, did not mean the end of diplomatic overtures. Recognizing the vulnerability of their positions and learning from the past war, Reihaneh launched a new wave of expansions, colonizing many new worlds. Terraforming efforts brought previously inhospitable worlds into the fold. Vast, powerful fleets were constructed on the core world shipyards, utilizing the new artillery-grade battleships and torpedo boats. New war doctrines were developed by Dominion admirals, and soon the Empire's stance itself shifted, exchanging ideas of expansionism to those of supremacy. Humanity, under the guidance of its wise emperors, would be brought into a new age, with Xenos species regarded in the Dominion as those of second class. The final jewel of this new crown became the age-old enemy itself, Fire Tribes of Sol. Weakened by the alien attacks, the nation had no choice but to bow down to Reihaneh, accepting overlordship as part of the greater Terran Dominion. However, dangers still lurk the galaxy. Some may be external, such as the dreadful abomination born of Lupus' system, claiming to be an old god of the universe, and destroying an entire Dominion fleet, while others would come from within, as Reihaneh, following her father's affinity for science, may be treading a dangerous path, allowing sentient AI research. As the story of this galaxy is entering its final stages, it yet remains to be seen whether or not the Dominion will succeed in overcoming the most dire hurdles to come.